Alrighty, so let's go ahead and move into our IDE, and we'll go ahead and write some code here for a basic for loop. So let's go ahead and create a new folder here. I'll call it O3 Loops and Arrays. And then I'll just create a new file in this folder. I'll call it loops.ts. I'll set up a very basic for loop here. I'll say let I equal 0, I is less than 5, I plus plus, console.log I. Open up a terminal. Then make sure I move into that appropriate directory. Just go through and compile the code here using TSC. And then I'll run it using the node, so loops.js. And then there's our output. 0, 1, 2, 3, and 4. All right, so just a very basic for loop. You may have seen this in other programming languages before, but just wanted to do a quick run of it using TypeScript. So looks good. Alrighty, so let's go ahead and look at another for loop example. So let's create a new file here. And I'll give the name reviews.ts. And so I'll set up an array for these reviews. And I'll give the initial values here, square brackets. And then I'll set up a little for loop here to loop over those reviews. So I0, I is less than reviews.length, I plus plus. And then I'll do a console.log. And then we can see that the IDE found an error, typo in my coding here, which is good. I'm happy about that. That's why I like using TypeScript. All right, so trying to compile, but actually let me fix these errors first. So reviews.length. And then reviews sub I. So I can even use the little quick fix option here on the IDE. Cool, I like it. Okay, so I've saved this updated file. Now I can compile it. Okay, that works. And now I can run it. And there's our output for this little for loop example. Pretty good. And then I can also compute the average. So I'll set up a total here and initialize it to 0. And then inside of this for loop, I just update the value of the total. So total plus equals reviews sub I. And then I can compute the average. So this will be total divided by reviews.length. And then I'll simply just do a little console.log on that value. And then I'll move down here to my terminal and I'll compile it one more time. And then I'll run it. And there's our output, and also review average equals 3.7. So that's the average of the reviews there. Okay, great. So this is good. So a nice little example here of using loops and also using some math operations to compute the average. Good job.